Coming up with this week's episode, Aiden gets his nipples pierced, and you think I'm joking. The Queen also does as well, because it's on her bucket list, and much, much more. All in this week's episode of...
Help! I'm stuck in a podcast!
My name is Fraser.
My name is Kai.
How are you, Kai?
I'm good. Did you hear me screaming when you were talking about the intro there?
I did. Do you know how hard it is to try and ignore it?
Yep. Do you know how much is going to somehow peek through into that?
I don't know. Probably quite a lot.
it very much peaked on my end, so I'm looking forward to hearing how it comes out, if you even... Nah, don't include it. Make people...
I'm not going to include it.
I'm good. How are you, though?
Yeah, no, I'm doing good. It's literally 9:04 PM on a Sunday. I'm pretty tired.
I'm really tired as well. Who knew playing Minecraft for 4 hours would make you so tired?
And Overwatch.
Well, yeah, but we played that for an hour before.
Yeah, so we've been playing games for like 5-6 hours straight.
This
And
is the
I've
first
made a
weekend
chicken
I've
Kiev.
not streamed on.
You have not streamed?
I've
That's
not
a good
streamed
point.
this whole weekend. I've had a bit of a week off, I think. You know?
That's nice. Is that a good thing? Or
Yeah. I'm just a bit tired today, so I thought, nah.
Fair enough.
You made your chicken Kievs?
I did. I made chicken Kievs.
Very nice.
And, do you know what? I've also received 2 emails now about selling my Minecraft account to somebody who wants to buy my Minecraft cape.
What's that, with your actual, original Minecraft email?
Yeah.
Hold on,
So,
hold on.
earlier on today, somebody sent an email to me and 358 other people in the to field.
Yep.
So we can see all of their emails. And I got one from a guy named Tim, and I had to just cut out the previous part because I accidentally read out his entire email address, who got in contact with me, asking me
Timothy?
Yeah, I should not have said that. When I said it out loud, I was like, when we have a chat, we always read these things out. But then I was like, oh yeah, we're on a podcast. I probably shouldn't leak somebody's personal email address.
Well, that's their fault for emailing you, realistically, isn't it?
Oh, it's stupid, though, because they make it seem personal, but it's clearly not. This says, hey, I got your contact information from a friend of mine. Yeah, bull fucking shit you did. He told me that you've quit Minecraft. No! I've just played for 4 hours
Fraser,
straight.
you know what? I emailed him.
Oh, you little swine.
Nah, I don't want to email him. I don't know where he's been.
Anyway, they're so annoying, and there's no end to it. It's a good thing I don't really use that email address anymore, but I don't know how they got a hold of that email address.
Magic?
Yeah, magic.
Magic?
You've had another cool thing that's happened this week, though, haven't you? You've had a pretty eventful week in terms of bringing new things to everybody's lives.
Oh, yes, I have. And you know what? It's done pretty well.
Go on, then. What's happened?
I've released, for the first time in about a year and a half, some new merchandise.
Woo!
It's been so long since I last did one. I thought, you know what? I need something now. I didn't do anything last year because it was last year. And I thought, I don't really want to nick people's money in the best way possible to make that sound. So I thought I won't do anything last year. And then this year I thought, you know what? Things are slowly getting back to normal. Sure. And I paid for a new design. Looked very cool. It's basically me, but not me, I guess. I always, with merch, I always feel like I'd rather have something, people have something that reflects myself, but doesn't show me, realistically.
Yeah.
I like cool designs and stuff, So I always tend to go with the skeleton stuff because I think it's just pretty cool. So I did a skeleton playing guitar with, the red and black hair, my normal guitar, and some fire skulls in the background and stuff, and it was pretty cool.
So fucking cool. It looks amazing. I like the colours used as well.
It's good, isn't it? And you know what? The guy that did it, shout out to him, because I said the only instructions I gave him were the only things it needs to include is red black hair, bandana, and the guitar. Everything else, have fun. Preferably maybe a skeleton because it's just pretty easy design. And I said, have fun, do whatever you want with it.
That's pretty cool. And it's definitely turned out so good.
Yeah, I think it's come out really nicely. I think it's the best one I've definitely released ever.
So who's the artist?
He is a guy on Fiverr.
Oh, nice.
Called Eternal, I think.
Eternal, nice.
Yeah. And he's great. He's great. I left him a nice review. The only thing that I think was bad was he took longer than you think, if that makes sense. Like,
right.
I don't know. He said he had some PC issues or something like that. So I was like, fair, fine. I'm not in a rush. Just whenever you're ready. And I think it took him like 5 extra days or something like that, which was a bit, but whatever.
Still, I think that's been so worth it.
Oh,
the quality of it's
sure.
incredible. So,
sure.
Yeah, massive hats off to him.
Yeah, well done to him. And I put on some posters, exclusive posters.
Have you got some left?
Yeah.
So, if you all want to go and pick up some exclusive posters, I think it is kairosbest.bigcartel.com.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! I know the
Well
link.
done. Well done.
Yes. So go. Oh God, there's Beta. See, she really loves the posters.
No, I want one. No.
So be like Beta and go and grab a poster. Right, so I've now got Beta in the room with me because she won't stop barking and she decided that she wants to be in here. But I just know that in literally like 1 or 2 minutes, she's going to want to leave the room.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes though, so, it's
yeah.
alright.
She likes coming in there sometimes, but she never wants to stay for long because she always just has a sniff about, like what she's doing right now. And then she'll sit down at the door for a bit, and then after about a few minutes, she always just barks to leave. I don't know why she hates me. She doesn't hate me, she loves me a lot, but she just doesn't want to be in here. She likes, I think maybe it's claustrophobia. Maybe it's like she doesn't have the freedom to go between like 2 different rooms.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's the same because Coda generally, he sleeps in my room obviously, yeah? And then about, I don't know, somewhere between 7 and 9 every morning, he barks at me to let me to leave the room.
That would make sense.
And he either goes and sits on my dad's bed for the next 2 hours, or 2 to 3 hours, depends on what the time is.
Yeah.
Or he goes underneath my dad's bed, and I think it's just he likes the freedom. So I think it's a bit claustrophobic for him, maybe.
Probably. That makes sense. She's also quite fluffy today because she's had a shower. So she's still a little bit damp, but otherwise
damp dog.
Yeah, a damp fluffy dog.
Fluffy damp dog. You know what? Speaking of fluffy damp dogs, right? We haven't wrote any of this down.
No, we haven't.
Was watching a video yesterday called the Puff and Fluff. Have you heard of the Puff and Fluff?
Never heard of it.
It's basically you put the dog into this, I guess,
puffing machine.
It's like a coat, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got 2 big tubes that come off of it, and you can pump air into it, like hot air or whatever, to dry them off quickly. And it makes them all big puffy. Yep.
Big puffy.
Yep, that was it.
Amazing.
But then it reminded me that I need to buy a shower, so.
You could always get one of those little shower heads that go on the end of a tap.
That's what I was thinking, getting one of those where, to be fair, that's not bad. A whole shower unit for £70.
What?
Yeah, I don't know
That's
how to
really
install
cheap.
that, but I need a shower.
I guess the plumbing's the problem, ain't it?
Yeah, exactly. I think, just getting something that goes on both the taps would be the easiest thing.
No, definitely. Anyway, let's move on from Puff and Fluff, from the merch. Yeah, we had some new content come out as well, so kind of on the same topic of new things. I've had a video come out recently. Kai's had a new video come out recently.
Go on,
I found a new thing.
Yours.
Okay, well, yeah, so I've been keeping another secret for about a week, but now 2 weeks, I'd say. But now the video is finally out, and the video is I legally changed my name to Lord Fraser. Which is absolutely hilarious. There's so the way it works, for those who haven't watched the video, A, what you're doing, go over, have a look, and B, I'm going to basically talk about some points here that the video might not have covered. I went on to this website called Lord Titles, and what they do is Lord Titles as a whole owns this big manor up in the Lake District. And that manor is, do you know what? I forgot the name of it. It's some weird name that I couldn't pronounce, and I still can't pronounce, to be completely honest.
Tristan.
Yeah, so, they own this big manor, and what they do is they sell tiny, tiny, tiny plots of land, so like 5 by 5 square feet, which is not a lot, but it's enough for them to sell loads and loads of plots of land. Anyway, so I bought this 5 by 5 square foot plot of land from Lord Titles, and because you own land, you then legally can become a lord, because you are a landlord, I guess. But it's not quite the landlord that people associate the word landlord with.
I was going to say a landlord.
I'm just a very posh landlord now. So yeah, I got that. It's about £30. I think it's like $28.95 or something like that. And yeah, it's about £30 total. And they offer lord titles, they offer lady titles, and they also offer couples packs. So you become a lord and a lady, or a lady and lady, and a lord and a lord. Yep. And I'm just across the room because, as I said earlier on in the podcast, Beta did not want to stay in the room for that long, so I just opened the door there. Anyway, so I got my lord title there, and they confirmed the order. They're like, yeah, your order's come through, you got your plot of land, and we'll send you the books. What they do is they send you this big folder. Again, this is all shown in the video, but for those of you who don't know about it, this is great. They send you this big folder, and inside the folder, one of the first things you see is a certificate with a gold embossed crest on it, with like a printed logo on it as well, and the entire border is like shiny gold, and it says Lord Fraser Johnson. The certificate asserts the legal right to assume the honorific title Lord Fraser Johnson of Hoogan Manor. And Lord Fraser Johnson, you were close. I wasn't. Lord Fraser Johnson shall be assigned dedicated land within the Hoogan Manor estate in Cumbria, England. There's other stuff as well, but I'll be here for ages. Which is really, really cool. So to have this official certificate declaring that I am a lord, that's awesome. They send you a letter of congratulations, which says, "Congratulations, Lord Fraser Johnson," at the top of it. There's another document as well, which is a legal document, which basically says you need a witness and all of that to sign this, but you can officially change your name. So
officially?
Yeah, so you officially use Lord over Mr. Yeah, officially. It's like got the new title, former title, it's got your full name and address, it says signed as a deed, and then you've got to have a witness to sign it as well. And then you send it off, and then you can officially like relinquish the title of Mr. and replace it with Lord. And then the final thing they send you as well is a book telling you more about your Lord title, about the manor, about the local area. And it's really, really cool. Do you know what? It's actually a really good gift idea. So I did it for the video, I did it for the clicks. Because it's quite funny to say I legally changed my name to Lord Fraser. Yeah, so I did it for the video, but I think I might also think of it for somebody's birthday present in the future as well, because it is a really funny gift idea.
That is a good gift. That is a really good gift. I feel like I've got one of those, you know. I feel like I was sent one in the PO box.
Really?
I'm not too sure why.
Are you Lord Kairos Best?
No, I think, you know what, I think I gave it to my dad, because I think I said he'd be more interested in this sort of stuff than I would.
Oh, right, fair enough.
But I can't remember. I remember definitely getting something to do with land. But
well, maybe you're a landlord then. Well, or your dad's a landlord now.
Who knows? I'm sure if I ask him where it is, he's going to say, I don't know.
No, I sold it. That's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so that was my video, and then you've got a new video that's come out lately as well, and it's a pretty fun one.
I have, and I'm getting paid from that video as well.
Which is good. We love that.
Yeah.
It actually relates to a previous podcast that we talked about, doesn't it?
Oh, was it last week?
No, it was the week before last.
What did we talk about in that one? Hold on.
So last week was the Q&A, and then the week before was how I went TikTok viral overnight.
Oh yeah. Guess what I did, everyone?
What
I
did you
went
do?
TikTok viral overnight.
Again.
My video experiment, right? I say experiment. I was about I don't know, 200, 300 followers away from 10k. So I was like, this is a good excuse for me to get to 10k on TikTok. So what I did was I made a couple of videos on TikTok, but I thought I'll make a video about it as well. So then that video advertises on TikTok and all that other stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
So I decided to make 7 videos. One just explaining what I'm doing.
Yep.
And then I posted that a few places, getting people to leave a like, comment, whatever. That one got 16,000 views up to this point and is almost on 3,500 likes, which is pretty good.
That's really good.
I'm now on 12,000 followers, by the way. I started on 9,000.
Bloody hell.
400, 300 or something like that. So,
Well,
I've
that's properly paid off then, ain't it?
pretty well. About 3,000 followers.
Yeah.
Not bad. Then the next one was like a reply to a comment. That one flopped. And then after that, I think we were in a call and I said, well, guys, I've gone TikTok viral again.
Yeah.
And I think at that point in time, it was on 40,000 views. It's now on 154,000 views.
Oh my god.
And it's just me watching a Minecraft thing where it stops and says, shut up. No, it says you're short. I say shut up.
I was going to say, I don't think it says shut up.
That one is almost on 13,000 likes, which is mental.
Wow.
And I did another one, which was, tell me what you went viral for. You didn't mean to go viral. My name would be Dave. That one got 17,700 views and 4,500 likes.
Really
I did
good.
one Coda. That one didn't do very well, unfortunately, but it's still got 400 likes, so not bad.
Yeah.
Did a put a finger down music edition thing. That also flopped. And then I did one of just showing a play button, and it got me 1,600 likes and 10,500 views. And I made a video the next day as well when I released the video saying that we did it, and that's almost on 1,000 likes. So that's not too bad.
Yeah, you did really well there.
And that was in 24 hours too, so I think that's a pretty
Oh, for sure.
good thing.
That's really good.
And the bonus, is I got into the TikTok creator program.
You actually got in.
I got in, and on the 18th of March, I made 81 cents.
Well, hey, that's 81 cents for free.
Well, I think it's, what is it? It's between 2 and 4 cents per 1,000 views, right?
Right.
So that's pretty decent, I think, right?
Oh, for sure.
So, I don't know, if we say the average is 3, do 0.81 divided by 3, that's, I don't know, a number?
Well, let's put it this way. Let's just say you are getting 3 cents per 1,000 views. Now, 1,000 by 1,000 is 1,000,000. So let's say you get I just realized I did the time symbol and it muted Discord. So Kai didn't hear. Anyway, so
let's
0.03 times by 1,000 because it's 3 cents per 1,000 views. So that'll take up to 1,000,000. If you get 1,000,000 views, you get $30.
Not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad.
I guess in the grand scheme of things, YouTube will definitely pay out loads more. But considering
one of my
how
friends,
we...
right? One of my friends from the Club Penguin days just followed me on there.
No
as we're
way.
talking, my first online friend.
Is it
just added
definitely
me.
them?
Well, it's the exact same name that I've seen on my Facebook page. Hold on, I need to verify. Give me a sec. Let me go and stalk
my
their
God.
Facebook profile.
We've got a live reunion happening right now.
Hold on.
Yeah, YouTube would definitely pay out loads more, but $30 on a platform where you could easily get 1,000,000 views, you just need to hit For You page. Yeah, that's actually mad. I'm glad they do it. It is them.
It is them.
Oh, that's cool. So you could have hit their For You page.
I must have. That's pretty mental.
That is really cool.
That's mad.
Well, there we go. Live
So
reunion.
It's really interesting though to try and find out about TikTok's For You page and stuff. I don't know how you get on it. You just need something that's people are gonna just interact with a lot, I guess.
It's really hard to say what people will interact with.
Well, exactly.
It's easy to say generally what is trending at the moment, but what does the For You page like?
Yeah, exactly.
What will get pushed? What does the algorithm see as trending? Because we can easily
It
say,
seems to be random things,
we could say Dream SMP, Wilbur, Tommy, the gang. That's all trending. That's people love them. But the For You page might go, no, nobody's searching that. What are you on about? And then it just won't get pushed.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult to try and work out how to get stuff like going on there. That's kind of why I was doing the experiment. I've seen before when I've posted like, some things they do better than others, and it just doesn't really make too much sense. Like, it's really weird. It seems like filters seem to be the way to go a lot of the time.
Right.
And like the trending filters, they seem to be the things that I've found that work the best, I guess. But I don't know.
There we go. There's a little bit of professional insight there.
It's weird. I'll try something else at some point. I want to do it again, but like on a bigger scale. But I do not want to bother with it.
Yeah, fair enough. Wow.
But
maybe another video coming up soon.
Yeah, maybe. Stay tuned. Buy my poster. Anyway, Fraser, other than the videos and the merchandise and everything that we've done this week, there's one big thing that has been going on, and it's been going on for the last year now, especially in this country. It's been like the year anniversary and whatever else of lockdowns.
I wonder what you could be referring to.
We're going to have a very, very quick chat about coronavirus, very, very quickly, not too much. We're mainly going to talk about vaccines now, because suddenly there's going to be either a shortage, but as well as that, there is now also the maximum that's ever been done, which is mental as well. And I've got one thing that I want to mention about them, like in a minute as well, but I'll let you get to yours in a sec. Yesterday, as of filming this, they broke the record. No, the last 3 days have had the record number of vaccines done in this country. Yeah.
Which is really good.
So we went from, I think, 528,000 one day on the 18th, 614,000 on the 19th, almost 615,000, and yesterday, 752,000. That's only first dose, right?
Yeah.
The second dose, if you add that onto them, is an extra 119,609, 125,725, and 91,977. That's 870,000 roughly, I think, today.
Crazy.
Which is almost 1 million in a day. Which
that is insane.
Which then makes you wonder, they're saying there's now going to be a shortage of vaccines, but we're now reaching record numbers. Is the shortage going to be the normal numbers?
I guess the next thing to consider is, obviously, you're supposed to have your second dose within 12 weeks.
Yes.
Will they stop accepting new doses and only give it to those who have had it to ensure that they have the maximum amount, and then when the shortage ends, then they ramp it back up again?
See, that's a really tough one in my opinion, because, the people that have had it now, in 12 weeks' time, that shortage is basically sorted.
Yeah.
Because the main shortage is, I think it's processing in India, as well as like 1.5 million needing retesting, something like that. And then also the EU and UK kerfuffle, I think is a good word to use there.
Yeah, we like that, kerfuffle.
Yeah, kerfuffle. But, there's something that I really think that could be the smartest decision the country can do. But they haven't done it yet. And I don't know when they'll do it. We've got friends in America, haven't we? That have been having it already. And some of them have had their... I know a couple of people that have had one dose. I know a couple of people that have had a singular dose as well. Because obviously the singular one...
Wait.
So some people have had one, they're expecting a second, but other people are only getting one.
Oh, right. I see what you mean. I was going to say, you just did the same thing.
So, the singular dose, the one that only needs one, I reckon they should use for our age group.
Yeah, I can see that
then
working.
They focus every single person up to now that's over 50. They get their second dose. They've got the full protection and whatever else.
Yeah, that could probably work.
Whereas if they use, they could then work at the same point as kind of meeting in the middle. If they started at 18 plus with the single dose one and went upwards, all the young people would be out of the way, and they're the ones that are potentially going to be the most spreading or whatever of coronavirus. So they'd be out of the way and done with. And, we'd kind of meet in the middle with, I guess, 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that does make sense. And I just want to put it out there as well for everyone listening. We're obviously very definitely not professionals. We're observing like everybody else here. And that's just where these comments come from. It's just observation.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I could totally see that working. And,
It would make sense, wouldn't it?
It would. But there's also something quite interesting that's happening at the moment as well, which is kind of like, well, is there really a shortage? Because, and I'm saying this just from observation of my local area, my manager has recently had his COVID vaccine, and his wife's friend is one of the people that administers the vaccines. Mm-hmm. So he was bumped up the list ever so slightly because there was some spare going that day when his wife went to have the vaccination. And what actually happens is quite regularly at quite a few vaccination centres, there's quite a few that go unadministered. So there's quite a few spare vaccinations. So my manager said, they were looking around the other night for many people to take a vaccination because there's like 40 going or 30 going or 20 going, depending on what day it was. But he's been saying, no, I've been phoning around some people that have been at work to see, do the work people want their vaccination early? And if so, can they get there in 10 minutes? Because it's quite late in the evening, obviously, when they know what the supply's like.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting to see that there's quite a bit left over. And I wonder if it could be because of the fears of blood clots. Because that was a massive fear in the EU and Europe in general, when quite a few countries actually pulled out from administering AstraZeneca vaccine because of the fears of blood clots. So I'm wondering if that also was a knock-on effect here, and quite a few people every single day were skipping.
It's a really rough one. I think, they're not going to have... They're going to have more every single day for the sake of having more every single day. Which I guess would obviously lead to, some being just thrown, basically. It's kind of like the same as, like, if you're in a shop and, say, like, the chocolate bars in one aisle are expiring the next day, but then in the clearance, they're still there. They're just going to get thrown, aren't they, afterwards? Because
definitely.
They can't be administered after that day, basically. And I guess that comes into effect as well. But I think most people in this country aren't too terrified of the blood clot fears, just because you've got more chance of blood clots in, like, other things.
Definitely.
Like, really obvious ones. Every time you fly, you've got a chance of getting blood clots.
I think birth control pills give you a chance of blood clots.
Yeah, birth control. They give you a chance of it. And it, I think personally, if you're scared of it, I mean, there's risk in everything. If you eat food, you've got a risk of choking to death.
Yeah.
Right? If you eat something like chocolate, there's a chance that there's a very slight hint of nut in there.
Yeah.
But, people with nut allergies still tend to eat chocolates.
It's a very, very, very low chance anyway.
I think it's like 3 in a million or something.
I think the official numbers, and don't quote me on this, I could be wrong. I don't want to be accused of spreading fake news. I might be wrong here. I think it was like 40 in about 17 million people. Yeah.
It's literally like 3 in a million. So
yeah, it was really, really, really low.
And it's not even. I think they said as well it wasn't proved.
It was unrelated
from it. It was unrelated. So
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like people just get it when you can, and the sooner it's done, the better, really, isn't it?
For sure.
And but I guess that kind of like links to my first point as well, like of using the one jab one on us, and then the 2 jab on everyone that's been done so far, basically, because then that shortage won't be used or wouldn't be lost, would it?
Yeah, I could totally see that working.
I reckon that's probably the best way to do it.
To bring a funnier note to the topic, because we know how much people hate talking about coronavirus, it's good to have the conversation, obviously, but we want to be fun. We want to have just a standard chill conversation, but every now and then, of course, we need to bring it up. It is the news. It is what's happening in real life. To bring a funnier note to it, and this isn't the funny bit, there's the funny bits coming at the end. There were protests in London on Saturday to do with lockdown, like they were all anti-lockdown protesters, and they were chanting things about not liking the vaccine either. The chant they were using was shove your vaccine up your ass. They go, shove your vaccine up your ass. Shove your vaccine up your ass. And I quote tweeted a video of that chant saying, I think it's supposed to go in your arm, but each to their own. If they've got a kink for that, then they can shove it up their ass. Go for it.
So good.
Absolute idiots, anyway. But, you know,
it's funny.
That's life. You get your fair share of idiots.
It's so funny.
Including
People are
you,
so
Kai.
stupid. I'm not an idiot.
No, you're not. You are.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Idiot.
And finally, to close off the podcast, I found a new way to edit recently. Before I go into it, we are going to put our secret word in this part of the podcast. Yeah, I know. We love our secret words, don't we? We had quite a few people reply with the secret word last week. Shout out to a few of these people. We've got Tangela, we got Peter, we got Diamond Hood Gem, we got Royce, we got Chloe. All of you got the secret word pizza. Gigi, all of you. The new secret word for this week, Kai, is... How do you type that? PH, 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 PH?
No, I think it's more of a...
Whatever, just type that somehow at Stuck in the Podcast. That's our secret word for this week.
Oh no, let's give him a spelling, because how are we going to say who's done it?
I don't know.
Let's say P-B-B-B-B-B-B-H.
P-P-P-P-P-P-H, okay.
P-B-B-B-B-B.
Why B?
Because it's like a...
Just figure it out. You got it.
P-B-B-B-B-H.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that.
5 B's H.
Okay, and if you get it wrong, I won't go mad. Just type something.
Just come in, and he's like looking at me like, are you okay?
No, the answer's no, Coda. He's not. I found a new way of editing recently, which is actually really, really cool. I've never used this way of editing before, and I don't think Kai has either.
I have not.
So I was completely fed up with having to switch between layers to have a look at 4 different views. When it comes to gameplays, it's such a pain in the ass to have like one scene for my face cam, one scene for Kai's face cam, one scene for my face cam with gameplay, and one scene for Kai's face cam with gameplay, and not be able to view all of them at the same time. So yesterday I was looking around for some ways of previewing at least the 2 gameplays at the exact same time so I could focus on the good one. And I found this new, really cool feature which kind of reminds me of TV studios. And what it is it allows you to have a multiple camera setup. And what it does is it allows you to display each of the cameras in a grid. And the way it works is you then choose what number camera you want to focus on whilst the video is playing. So let's say you've got a scene where I say something funny, Kai says something funny, I show something funny in-game, and then Kai shows something funny in-game.
Yes.
I would then, instead of cutting to me and cutting out the rest, and then cutting to Kai and cutting out the rest, and then cutting to my camera and cutting out the rest, and then cutting to Kai's camera and gameplay and cutting out the rest, whilst also individually, finding that. What I do is I'll just play the video, I'll look at the 4 all side by side at the exact same time, and I'll just press 1, 2, 3, or 4 depending on which one I want.
Like a TV studio.
Like a TV studio. And then I'll stop the playback, and it will remember when I press 1, 2, 3, 4 and cut to that specific one, so it's saved in the timeline. Such a good feature. Oh my god. And
Big
what I
time
love...
saver.
Yeah, it's a massive time saver. It was a bit difficult to get used to at the very start, and I was seeing it as kind of like a replacement for the style that I currently edit in. But then I saw its quirks and its little tactics and little bits and bobs that you just need to know, and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually editing so much faster because of this. Because what you can do is, whilst the video's paused, over the clip that your scrubber's on, if you press 1, 2, 3, or 4, let's just say it's on 2 and you actually wanted it to be 4, you just press 4 and it will replace that entire clip with 4. Like, without you having to play back anything. And it won't create a split or anything because you're not doing it during playback. Because you're selecting that specific clip, you just press 4 and it replaces it. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is incredible.
It's very handy.
And the whole time you can watch every other perspective. So if you know that your next bit isn't going to be interesting, or let's just say I'm talking, but I'm not focusing on something that is the thing that I'm talking about. I can then start by seeing that I'm talking, I'm not there, but Kai is there, and I can switch to Kai. Whereas normally, with me editing, I just go with who's talking, because otherwise it'll take forever to look through all the perspectives. So I feel like, despite it not being a massive thing for people to see, I feel like the quality of videos are going to increase a little bit now, because it's so easy to see what to focus on. And it will only be the best when there's more than 2 cameras, I'd say. Because it's so easy to switch between camera 1 and 2. Because like, when you're doing something, you're focusing. When you're just talking to the camera. But when there's 4 cameras, like as I've described in the example, it is incredible. I will never, ever edit a video the same again because of this thing that I've now found.
Very nice. Well done, Fraser.
I just want to tell everybody about it, because, if you're a video editor, just give it a go. Give it a shot. It's definitely a feature that you want to look into, and it could save you time. It is... Oh my god, I wish I found out about it earlier. I had a little bit of practice with it before I'd even found out about it, because I played this game called Not For Broadcast, which is a game where you basically have to fill in for somebody in a TV studio and make sure you're focusing on the person that's talking, making sure that you're bleeping out the swears. And the whole switching scenes element is the exact same as Not For Broadcast, so it's nice to be able to apply it to my own work.
Yeah, you did well. You did well.
Anyway,
good.
I think that's the end of this episode, don't you think?
One last thing.
Go for it.
Aiden's getting his nipples pierced. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Have a nice week, everyone. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of...
I Stuck in a Podcast!
We upload every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. on Spotify here at Help I'm Stuck in a Podcast.
You kind of got your words a bit fudged there, didn't you?
I'm a bit tired tonight, Fraser.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Fair enough.
We also tweet on Twitter at Stuck in a Podcast if you want to follow us there. Also on our personals at KairosBest and at FraserIRL. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube, KairosBest and FraserIRL. We upload cool videos like, Fraser's Lord video today. Next week, or this weekend, is it? You can see
the Sunday coming, the 28th. That's it.
Yep, and then all good. Lovely weekend, lovely time. I've got a big video with Jack and Becky coming out this Friday, hopefully as well.
Oh, so it's a good one.
It should be good. So have a lovely week and weekend. Nah, fuck your weekend. Anything else you want to say, Fraser?
No, not really.
Cool. See you later, everyone. Bye.
See ya.
Bitch.